Hi. Let's go. Coke. Love you. Hiya and welcome to my 5,000 Q&A. I can't believe this. I'm absolutely mind blown. This is mad. There's 5,000 of you now subbed, and honestly all I can do is hope to make you all proud. So thank you all so much for watching my journey so far, and hopefully more to come. But today I'm going to be answering all your questions that you've sent in. A lot to do with dating, guys. Why? But we are going to go straight into the first question. Here we go. What's the strongest pickup line a consulting hardo has hit you on with? Guys, this one is a good one. Are you an appendix slide? Because I want to take you out. Did not fall for it though. These cringy pickup lines are definitely the key to my heart. But that one, just don't try that one, guys. The funniest DM I've received. I definitely get a lot of funny ones for sure. But this is the cutest one I've received. How about that, right? Hi Kajol, really love your IG and YouTube content. I'm not exactly texting you about your work. I find you really beautiful and would love to take you out on a date. I really hope I'm not too out of line here, because I would appreciate your work and wouldn't want me reaching out to you for other reasons to diminish the work you're doing. Like, guys, that's cute, and I think that's won a lot of brownie points. Part of me was gonna say yes, but then I just realized he was a random stranger on the internet. But he does live in London, so it could potentially work. Okay, next question. Macaroni cheese and ketchup. If you dip your macaroni cheese into ketchup. That's really good. Which consulting firm do you work for? Okay, so I work for Deloitte. It is one of the big 4 companies, and I've said it quite publicly. I work for Deloitte, which is partly a mistake, because now anyone who listens to this attributes my experience to Deloitte, but it's not that. I've also obviously done a couple of other jobs like BAE Systems, some internships with Dragon Land Rover. I attribute all my experience to that. I also kind of interview other consultants and get their experience. So a lot of my stuff is like the voice of many consultants, not just Deloitte, so voice of consultants across all of consulting. FYI, disclaimer. Favorite PS5 games? Ooh, okay. Crash Bandicoot and Uncharted. If you haven't heard of these games, guys, I don't know where you're living, but by the way, adding one extra here, favorite computer game, World of Warcraft. If you play World of Warcraft, let me know now, because we are going to do a PvP. What motivates me to do YouTube every day? Okay, so I haven't really gone through why I started YouTube. Initially, I'm being really honest here, is in the UK, I've noticed this, that all the really good universities like Oxford, Imperial, LSE, they get a lot into some of these really good consulting firms. Why? Not because they're smarter, my friends. It's because they are more prepared, and I just want to start this to give equal access of opportunities to whatever university you went to. Even if you didn't go to university, I wanted to give you an equal access opportunities as others do, so to bridge that gap. The problem with this is that obviously my clients and my consulting firm does watch my YouTube channel, which means that it's not that I haven't got a freedom of speech. I definitely say what I want to say, but obviously I do recognize that if I do tarnish myself, if I act a bit silly, which I am in real life, by the way, I'm shooting water guns all over the place or shooting water balloons everywhere. Does that make me look unprofessional to my clients who might be watching this? Probably. So I'm trying to understand, how do I show who I really am on this YouTube channel, which I'm trying to slowly do that. So bear with me in my journey, which is why I probably was so cold initially. So as a desi girl, did your parents ever pressure you to get married? The laugh gives it away, doesn't it? Okay, so my parents haven't really pressured me. My mum has definitely put my name into marriage dating agencies, and that's basically where they send your bio data to this marriage agency, and it's kind of like Hinge, but worse, because they kind of break it down by like your career, your job, your parents, what they do, how you kind of can understand how much they earn, and it's really bad because it's all based on really superficial things. I just want someone who I love, guys. Is that too hard? Money isn't everything. But no, my parents haven't really pressured me. I just turned 27, so I do feel like my pressure is going to increase, but they definitely have like kind of slipped my names into these marriage agencies. So low key, I'm getting it soon, guys, and I'm the oldest person in the family, so it's going to be me. Okay, how to manage consulting and your content creation life. So I think what's really worked for me is that, okay, obviously your job kind of takes up your priority. I mean, you know, I'm not thinking about my job 24/7, but you know, I have to say it's my priority. So when I'm working on it, I'm working on it. But when I'm not working on it, through my lunch, through my evenings or my weekends, I don't do nothing, or I don't turn to TV as my chilling thing. My chilling thing is working on this side hustle. And that's how I'm managing my side hustle alongside my job, is because my default mode is not TV. My default mode is the side hustle, and obviously making sure you don't burn out and having those days to allow you to recharge. But yeah, I just think that also putting no deadlines in, or a week deadline, being like, I need to get these things done in the week rather than day by day, has really helped me to be less stressed and much more happier. Okay, next one. I wish I knew that boys were okay, no. Okay, I can't say that. Okay, I wish I knew that I didn't have to have everyone to like me. I felt like I had to fit in, and I changed who I was to make myself in some of these circles. And I felt like, actually, you know what? I should be proud and comfortable with who I am. And it's only a few years after university I realized that. So I wish I knew that I didn't have to change for people, and I could be who I wanted to, and that meant that I could attract people, friends, not boys, who liked me for who I was and not for who I wanted or pretended to be, to fit their social circles. So when you end up being that person that you honestly are, aka the Neek who plays World of Warcraft games for me, that means that people around you respect you for what you're doing and obviously who you are, and that's the type of real friends you keep in your life. Okay, next one. What do you think made you so successful looking back? I'm not successful, mate. I promise you that. I'm not that successful. Moving on. What made you choose a management consulting? Let me just be real. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Had a startup before joining consulting, and I thought I had a pretty good idea, but I could never execute upon it. And basically my customers came and found the app, but they never stayed, and they just kind of like didn't really use it. So I was like, where can I learn how to make sure people stick to my app, and you know, all the things I need to do to grow a startup? And I was like, why not go to a firm who advises other people to do that? Ding ding, consulting. So I literally joined consulting to take all the secrets that they do and upskill myself, and then take it and then start my own thing. But I'm still here in consulting, maybe because I'm a bit comfortable, but I definitely need to think about exit options soon. Do you have any side hustles? So I had definitely a few side hustles. You have to be really careful with work, because in work they have a no moonlighting clause, so you can't technically get another income from another job, but you know, side hustles kind of count as that, so you have to be a little bit careful. So I'm not making money from any of these side hustles, but I invest a lot on the side, and I kind of see that as a side hustle. And I also obviously have YouTube as a side hustle, this whole content creation thing with Instagram as well. I also mentor startups on the side as well. And yeah, I definitely had a few side hustles. I had 3 startups back in the day. I also started a jewelry e-commerce website at the age of 11, which failed. But yeah, I definitely have had a lot of side hustles in the back, and these are my current ones going right now. Have you ever looked at making passive income alongside your work? Okay, YouTube is definitely a passive income. I get a stream of money from all these ads that you guys watch. Thank you for watching my ads. Don't skip them. Okay, you can skip them. I know they can get really long and boring. I saw 5-minute ads for some reason. I was like, YouTube, why are you doing 5-minute ads? But yeah, so YouTube is my passive income. I think dividends from my stocks that I have invested in are my passive income as well. And my startup work and all these coaching stuff is pro bono right now. So those are my current stuff I get income from as well. My favorite book on entrepreneurship or business psychology. Okay, there is so many. One of them is Hooked. I'm not sure if you can see it here. Hooked. And the second one is, oh my god, this book called Contagious. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I love this book so much. And the third one is Made to Stick by Jonah. No, Made to Stick by someone else, Guy something. Made to Stick, and Contagious, and Hooked. 3 books you have to read. It's these 3 books. I read these at the age of I think like 15, 16, maybe a bit older than that, but they honestly were the 3 books that changed my life when it comes to startups. And yeah, that's what got me into it, and those are the concepts that I applied to it as well. I've ordered the food. I'm back. It's quite funny because there's no one on the other side. I'm just talking to myself. Let me just move a little bit back so I'm not in your face. Am I single? Are you married? Are you engaged, taken, got a boyfriend? Or SNS? What's SNS? How's your dating life? Have you got bae? Lots of people asking about my dating life. I am single, not ready to mingle. Yeah, I'm happy being single. Yeah, I definitely am single right now. Not dating anyone, not on any apps. I'm just happy making YouTube videos and just talking to you guys, if you guys will have me. Yeah. How do you manage to be so full of energy and enthusiasm? Yeah, my secret sauce. No, actually, I just think I've always been this bubbly, energetic person, but I definitely am like 0 or 100. So I'll be like this most of the time, but there'll be days where I'll be 0, not speaking to anyone. So I'm never in the middle. So I'm either like really, really energetic or just like just tired, and you won't hear from me. But this is just my personality, and sometimes it can come across as fake to a lot of people, and I have definitely got people describing me as fake before, but this is just who I am, and I'm actually really comfortable with it. So yeah, it can be really annoying to some people for sure. My friends find it annoying. I hope you guys don't too. Imposter syndrome. Have you had it, or how did you get over it? Okay, I actually have a full video coming on this really soon. Actually, next week I'm going to be releasing this one. But I definitely had imposter syndrome, especially when applying to consulting. I didn't apply to some consulting firms because I did not think I could get into it, because I did not think I was smart enough. But now I look back and I was like, hey girl, you could have got into it. You could have got that job. So definitely, if your brain is telling you no, still do it, okay? Worst thing that's going to happen is you get like a no. Still do it. Always chase after your dreams. Don't turn down anything. That is another regret which I really make in my life. I think even with jobs now, some jobs come to me, like this guy from a recruiter from Facebook messaged me recently, and I was like, no. Why did I say no? Because I didn't think I would be able to get into Facebook, essentially. So yes. Dating advice for a 21-year-old. Okay, so I think you should date as many people as you can to understand what you like and what you don't like, because me, friend zoning every single guy I met, shall I, tie you a Rocky? But yeah, basically try as much as you can to understand what you like and don't like, and then also find someone with as much baggage as you do, because then you both can lean on each other and be a little cute like couple which looks after each other. Yeah, I'm always here for dating advice if you need me to help. While I have no experience, well, I have very little experience, but I will give you my little things that I've seen from my friends. They all come to Auntie K. Come to Auntie K. Do you love indulging in art, and what kind? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really see the big deal with art. I used to draw like anime and manga. I used to draw that. But no, I don't really see the big deal. I mean, people look at the strokes on the paintbrushes and wow, the paint strokes, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I really don't. So no, I don't understand why bananas on walls are sold for £1 million. The best and worst thing about YouTube. I think the best thing is that I've made so many new friends and I've met so many amazing people through this. But the worst thing is definitely the whole algorithm, and I hate it because obviously I work a really intense job in consulting, and I feel like this is pressure with the algorithm to post a video every week, and I just feel like my quality of my videos, the editing, the content I want to say, it's not where I want it to be, and I just feel like, because of the pressure of having to post weekly, it really diminishes the quality. So sorry guys if you feel that, and I really want to do some better content and more interesting content. It's just that I feel like I can't literally move from my desk right now, and we're in lockdown. Biggest failure. I think my biggest failure was probably some of my startups which failed. I wouldn't say I would have other failures, but I definitely have regrets in my life. And I think, this is one that Ali Abdal talks about in his videos, where essentially I read so much, I you know, consume so much content, but I never used to write notes on it. And a lot of it I don't remember now. I think another regret I have was not studying as hard as I should have done at university, and wasting a lot of time on boys. Yeah, for sure. But loads of regrets in my life, but I wouldn't say so many failures. I think my biggest failure was the startups I did, for sure. Next one. Are you from India? My parents are from India, but I'm not. But I go India every year, typically for a month to Bombay. My mom is from Mumbai and Indore, and my dad is from Gujarat, Ahmedabad. So yeah, I go every year. I speak Marathi, and you know what? I love India. I would move there in a heartbeat, for sure. Next one. Greatest regret in terms of your career. I think for me, it's actually like planning your career. I would have loved to plan my career a little bit more, especially like, okay, I want to exit consulting at this level and at this grade. I keep kind of saying it to myself, but I just keep pushing it further and further, and I don't know if that's because I'm more comfortable and just saying, yeah, you know what, you just leave in a couple more years because you'll do okay, you know, you could see your progression. I think my biggest regret is probably that, and also potentially not negotiating my salary as much as I should do. I think in consulting we feel like we can't negotiate our salary, but we definitely can. It's just understanding the right time to do it, and I feel like I should have done that. So maybe I'm gonna try it this year. Wish me luck, guys, wish me luck. What's my goal in life? Oh, this is deep, guys. Deep questions for only 8 p.m. on a Sunday. This is too much for me to handle. I think my goal in life right now, I have multiple goals in my life. And I think my goals change and they evolve as life goes on. So when I was like little, my goal was to be an astronaut. That never happened. But I think my goal right now is just to have an impact, to make people have happier, more successful lives, be it through work, be it through just making some sort of impact on them. And I think apart from that, my goal is to travel the world. I really wish that I could be traveling and doing things which, obviously I enjoy consulting, but I wish I had a little bit more freedom in terms of my time. So I think my goal in life is to have more time to spend on things which I enjoy doing. Okay, so what is your work-life balance as a consultant? Work-life balance to me doesn't really exist because I don't think you can get like 50-50, and work is part of life, obviously. So I spend one day working on YouTube on a weekend, one day seeing my friends on the weekend, and then I kind of work 5 days obviously on the weekdays for my job, which obviously takes priority, and ideally in the evenings I work on YouTube if I'm not shattered. I kind of got burnt out also doing this, so now I try to take one weekend in a whole month just to recharge and kind of not do social media. So it might just be me laying in bed seeing my friends or reading a book or something, but I take one weekend off social media because I find that really long when you're doing it every day. So yeah, that's what my work-life balance looks like, and it's not perfect, but it's kind of working for me right now. Do you invest in Bitcoin or Baillie Gifford's ETFs? I definitely invest in Bitcoin. I focus a lot on bargain shares. I love finding bargain shares. There's this guy called Simon Thompson. If you read Investors Chronicle, every year he publishes a bargains portfolio, and he's been doing it for like the last 10 years or something like that. And I've been following for the last like 4 or 5 years. He always outperforms the market. He's insane. And every single time he recommends a stock, that stock, however small it is, goes up by like 10% sometimes. So it's really well worth kind of just like reading his stuff, understanding why he says stuff, and the financial analysis they do in Investors Chronicle is insane. I really recommend people to read it, maybe even get a subscription. I love it so much. Okay, next one. So greatest strength and greatest weakness. Greatest strength, I think people say that I'm very kind and caring. Yeah. And also that I just kind of get along with people. But if I hate you, I hate you. My greatest weakness, I think, is I have a lot of weaknesses. I think one of them is that sometimes I get so caught up in my own head that I'm not really listening to what other people say, and that is not a skill you want in consulting. I just kind of like sometimes think that, you know, I have so many thoughts in my head that one just blurts out, and rudely interrupt someone else, and I don't mean it to, it's just like my brain. And yeah, there's so many more. I could probably do a video on my weaknesses, and that'll probably be like an hour long. Okay, next one. How do I manage so much? I just go with the flow. It's really weird for me to say this, but I don't time box or do anything like that. I just kind of go with the flow and do what I want, and somehow it's working. And I think it's because I don't have this constriction, this like deadline or whatever, makes me feel like I'm less stressed. And whatever happens in the week, as long as I do it in the week, I'm fine. Obviously, sometimes I might be like, okay, it's a Sunday and I haven't edited this video yet and I need to do it, and I have to bang it out and do it under high pressure. But not putting deadlines has really made me just be actually really happier. And that's allowed me to manage stuff, because I just know that, okay, I need to do these tasks throughout the week. And if I do these tasks, then hey, that's it. You know, I'm banging and that's it. Yeah, I don't know really what to say. I did a video on this kind of time management strategies. Watch it, yeah, watch it. Fav KDrama. Yes, UK drama fans. The hottie. Let's talk about the hottie. Yeah. Park Seo-joon. Yeah. If you know, you know. This guy is so hot. I would marry him. But basically, anything that he's in, I'm watching. It's probably one of my favorites. Okay, actual favorites is What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. I absolutely love that, just because he's in it. But then also, the first K-drama I watched was Empress Key. It's a historical drama. I cried like a baby in that. And gosh, I can't tell you, there's so many K-dramas I love. Any K-drama on Wiki or Netflix or Amazon Prime, I've watched. Okay, so come to your girl to talk about K-dramas or recommendations. Peace. 사랑해. 좋아요. Favorite food: mangoes, chili paneer, and lamb keema. Yeah, okay. That was really easy to do, that one. Weirdest food combo I can't get enough of. Okay. Favorite quarantine time passed at home is honestly just reading. I think I need to write a little bit more. I used to write a lot just for my own benefit, like short stories to do with elves. But I'm gonna maybe pick that one up. Donnie. I love Donnie so much. I think people like really underrate him. Everyone's like, Koli. No, Donnie, guys. Donnie's my man. I'm so sad when he got married. I would definitely marry him. He can do everything. He can wicket keep, he can captain, he can bat. And just look how cool and calm he is. Donnie's my guy. I was literally at most Indian matches at Lord's or Oval when they come to the UK, just so I can see Donnie. And also actually Kumble back in the day. Kumble is my go-to baller. I love his spin, man. Need that. Did you have to let your employer know about your side hustle? How early did you do it? Okay, I did something cheeky. I did my side hustle and then I told them I'm doing this. So for example, my YouTube video, my first YouTube video, I posted it, and then after a couple of days I emailed them saying, hey, I've done a YouTube video, and caveat is saying I didn't want to speak about any client confidential data, not trying to tarnish your brand. This is just my experiences, and they were cool with it. I do think that caveat did help, so maybe think about how do you lessen that blow for them when they're reading it and not get as shocked, and then feel like, okay, actually we're going to be okay with her posting this because she's conscious of these things. 4.5 years, nearly 5, I know, time to leave soon. I love it. It's a great job. I've learned so much, and I think the training you get in this job and the people you work with are always going to be like really intelligent. It's mad. So I would really recommend, if you don't know what you want to go into consulting. You get so much experience, and you always kind of get like challenged and like really developed by really intelligent people. So you're kind of like a little bit above the rest of your peers just because you're working with such awesome people. Can I say that? What university did I go to? So I went to Imperial College London. It consistently comes in the top 2 to 3 universities in the world typically, and I studied physics. And yeah, I would describe it in this one line. So as a girl, the odds are good, but the goods are odd. Yeah, it's a university really well known for actually being the second most international school in the UK at that time I went to. And also very geeky and very intense. The year before mine, 2 physics students, which I studied physics, they jumped from Queen's Tower, which is a big building in the middle, and yeah, no one was ever allowed to go up that tower again. So essentially, don't go to Imperial College London if you want a life, and secondly, don't study physics at Imperial. I don't know how I made it. Okay, so how does it feel to be an NRI? And for those who don't know, an NRI is a non-resident Indian. So I definitely want to do a video on this actually because I get this whole culture identity crisis where when I'm in India, I'm British. When I'm in the UK, I'm Indian. And you know what? When I go to India, people don't think I'm Indian, but I spend a 12th of my year every year in India. I go India every year, spend a month there, eat on the streets. You know, we have a flat there, we're open air, we literally don't do all the touristy things which people do, and for me it's my second home. So I get a little bit upset when people say that I'm not Indian when I'm in India, and obviously I might have this accent but it's just because of the way I grew up. Doesn't mean that I'm any less Indian. So yeah, I think, you know, sometimes it's a bit difficult, but no, I've just accepted it now. What do I enjoy most about working in London? I think the thing in London is that it's quite small, so you can walk pretty much anywhere in central London, which you really can't do in most big cities. Also, London may not have as many rooftop bars as New York, for instance, or as sunny as, let's say, Asia, but what we do have is a vibe. Like, it's always buzzing in central London. It's always some sort of vibe. You just kind of bounce off it, like no matter where you walk. Like in New York, you have to drive to places to kind of feel that buzzingness. In London, you walk anywhere and it's buzzing. Like, yeah, it's buzzing. I'm going to do a meetup in London soon as well, when things, you know, obviously open. So definitely come to my meetup if you're in London. Do I network outside of my company? Yeah, I definitely do. I am a big networker, but not in a bad way. It's just like I like getting to meet new people. So through my social friends, I definitely, you know, get to meet new people. But obviously, you know, just going to work events and then like conferences, talks, just anywhere where I can meet people who are like-minded to me. I like doing those things. And yeah, so I would say that's some sort of networking, but I don't really see it as networking, because networking has this, like, you know, bad connotation associated to it, where you're trying to like just get to know people and get something out of them. But if you watch my how to network video, I definitely try to show you some ways you can do it the right way. I think the biggest confidence tip I have is not caring what other people think, and I think that has allowed me to be so carefree with what I say or do, to do with not to do with work. I do obviously care what work think, yes. Which is why I'm a little bit still like stiff on this YouTube channel. But you gotta just understand that, hey, other people's opinions don't mean jack shit. Your opinions count the most. As long as you're comfortable with who you are, no one can bring you down. And that is all essentially I found by realizing that others' opinions can't affect my opinion, and I am not doing things for other people, I'm doing it for myself. So I'm going to do things which make me happy. That's my confidence tip, and I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all so much for watching this. If you're still here at the end, yeah, I just want to say like massive thank you for all the support. I didn't really expect it to even get to 5k, so I think like I'm just done now, guys. I mean, I can retire, but no, I'm just gonna try and keep you guys proud, keep going. So yeah, more to come. Thank you all so much again, and I will see you for another episode next week. See you later.